I'm Lola.
And I'm Mamuna. Together, we've a combined 35 years of experience within the tech scene in North America and Europe.
We talk about the highs, the lows, the WTFs of navigating the technology industry and answer your questions about navigating tech careers.
This is Lost in Tech.
Hi, Mamuna.
Hello.
I could touch you. It's been so long. We have never actually recorded in real life.
We haven't. And this is fun.
It's fun. I think our audience knows that we don't live in the same place.
Yes.
So it's quite nice to actually be able to do episodes IRL
You
like
know,
this.
It's interesting because even when we worked together, most of our time was remote, right? Yeah. And so the times we came together, it was like for like sprints of work. And then
I don't even think, I'm trying to think, I think there was one day, was it in Toronto or somewhere else, where we were like in the same meeting room together, having that kind of like Black Girls at Work moment where you're watching a car crash in real life.
Toronto.
And you're
I
like,
won't forget that.
I'm going to make a note now because my face is telling me and I don't want to be told. It's just like, it was
Toronto.
But okay, so we are recording IRL, which is fun.
Yes.
We're going to cover some of the more like deeper subjects.
Let's do it.
You know, do a little bit of that. So work-life balance. Do you have it?
What does that mean?
I mean, it's this. Everyone's always talking about it. I'm pretty sure there's books written called Balance in Life and Work and all that stuff.
Yeah. I remember when I was earlier on in my career doing interviews, one of the things I was always coached to ask and try to get a sense of is, you know, what is work-life balance at your organization? Yeah. And now when people ask me that, I'm like, what are you looking for? Like, what do you mean by that?
Yes. It's usually a way for you to tell me if you're asking me what my expectations are.
Yes.
That's telling me that you are an abuser of my time.
Yes.
Number one.
Yes.
I did have a really interesting conversation with someone the other day where they had asked in an interview what the holiday policies were in the company.
Interesting.
And they had a weird reaction in the interview. And then afterwards they were sharing with me and a couple of others. And they were like, I kind of wish I hadn't asked that question. And other people were like, yeah, no, you never asked that question in the interview. You got to ask, like, you got to get the job first. You got to get in there. And I was like, in my mind, I was trying to place myself in that time of career, which is midpoint.
Yeah.
So I recognize that the power dynamics don't work the same when you're a lot more senior, you got experience. But I was also just like, every job I have started probably since my mid-20s, I put my holidays in the calendar on the day I begin.
I'm opposite.
Really?
I'm opposite. I'm opposite.
This may also be an American-European thing, but go on. What is it? What is your take on it?
So, you know, I was more hesitant earlier on to take holidays because I felt like everyone around me was hustling and working until, and it's almost like a badge of honor to work those long. I understand now.
Yes.
Culturally, it's very different because I know Europeans, you'll
it's
have
my God-given
and
state-mandated right to take time off work.
Yeah, no. Culturally, it's different.
I have feelings on that though, because I do think to a certain extent, like European work-life balance culture has been weaponized against Europe. It's like the idea that workers' rights are so strong that you can't have like innovation and businesses can't build, or even that like companies in Europe never have those time crunch periods where like you're on it and it's like intense. It's like, that's not true. But I do believe like if you're going to show up as a person who can do the job, rest is key.
You almost said whole person, right?
Yeah, I was going to say whole person, but we don't do that.
I heard it.
We don't do that. We protect self first. If you want to show up with the energy for the job, right? So your PT at the gym, if you want to become the next best like figure lifter or whatever, they're not going to tell you do a 7-day workout. They're going to tell you need as many rest days as you need lift days.
Right.
If you're going to go hard, you need more rest, more fuel, more whatever. So I've never felt that the best version of me at work is one that is there all the time. There's also this presenteeism thing.
Yes.
And I have worked with people who are there from the morning and there till the evening, and their output is
Not to be found.
We don't see nothing. So I have maybe instinctively always felt like I needed to set the tone for how I work with an employer early.
Well, I think that's like a key takeaway, right?
Yeah.
Like you need to set the expectation. I think it's understanding that the interview process is understanding.
Yes.
The room boundaries and whether or not you fit into the expectation that the employer has.
Yeah, and when you ask that question in an interview, to me, it's like, I want to know, are you the type of person who's going to ask me to work sick?
Right.
Are you the type of person who's going to tell me that a family member's birthday is not as important as the deadline?
Yeah.
Because if those things are true, I'm interviewing you.
Right.
And this is my opportunity to be like,
what are your values?
You know, and when I gave my advice in that conversation was literally like, they just failed the interview with you. You do realize that they just gave you a signal about who they are.
Right.
And it's up to you. You may want to take the job. You know, there's other reasons, other pressures that may exist. But don't ever get confused when you find yourself unable to take back your time when you should be able to take back your time.
I've been hearing more about 996.
Now you're just making me angry.
Tell me your feelings. Is this exist anywhere else outside of?
No, this is US nonsense starting to infect the world. Let's be real, right? This is a bunch of tech bro, dude bro people. This is Elon Musk bought Twitter, made people buy sleeping bags and sleep in the office.
Yes.
This is...
And for those that don't know, 996 is 9 to 9,
6 days a week. This is the argument that if you're going to defeat China, you've got to work Chinese hours.
Yes.
But somehow we hate communism. Make it make sense. If you're going to achieve anything in your startup, you're either working all the time or you're not serious about what you're doing. Yeah. And some of those incubators, let me not name them because, you know, but some of these incubators are propagating this nonsense. And again, though, the thing is, I'm going to mention Mountainhead again.
Oh, go ahead. This movie
have you watched
owes
this film
us.
yet?
Not yet. And
Can you just watch a film?
You know what? You know what my problem is? Quick comment on this. Silicon Valley. What was that TV show? Was it Silicon
Valley?
I couldn't watch it.
TV show.
I couldn't watch it.
It was too real.
Yeah, it was too real. And I just got anxious and I just couldn't do it. And I feel like Mountainhead's going to trigger me.
It is going to trigger you, but it's not as realistic, in my view, as Silicon Valley was.
Okay.
Like Silicon Valley was multiple episodes and seasons where you watch them building a product and you have been in every single one of those states. Mountainhead, thankfully, is like 48 hours at a point in time.
Okay.
And it's kind of wild, but very relatable.
But
at the same time as kind of, and the connection I was going to make is there are a series of products in the world today that we are all obsessed with.
Yes.
That are mildly valuable.
Okay.
But the hype about the products is sometimes bigger than the product value itself.
Yes.
And that's because those founders were in a meaningful place at a point in time, probably doing some 996, probably having a very useful, people these days don't know how to work conversation with some fuddy-duddy with money, maybe listening in and like, or just able to tap into a moment. And, you know, people work hard. I'm not going to take that away from them.
Yeah.
But this idea that you have to be doing and going hard all the time.
It's not sustainable.
It's the equivalent of a dick swing. It's like, it's not... It's mine's bigger than yours. My team put in this many more hours than you did. It's the same. Like, if you're not in an office, you don't care about value and output. I'm like,
that's yes.
You know, there's just this whole like, I don't even know what to call it because there's swear words coming to my mind.
Right? It's the ego. It is ego. Yeah, it's ego.
It is a lot of ego. Yeah. And unfortunately, a lot of us work with people who do consider that to be value.
Yes.
And certain companies and founders are very open and overt about that being their values.
Yeah. And it's important that you understand that.
So you're in that situation. What does work-life balance look like? What's the advice that you would give to people?
I mean, honestly, I think if I were to talk to my younger self today, I would tell myself to understand what my values are. Mm-hmm. What am I in a place to work? You know, I may enjoy the 9-9. That's on you. But whatever it is for you, you need to understand and whether or not the company fits what your lifestyle is, wherever you may be in your amount of time. I know today I am not about that life. I can't do the 996. I have a family and I have just like all the things, right?
Yeah.
it's not for me. I'm going to make sure that wherever I work understands where I am and how I expect my time to operate.
Yeah.
And I think that conversation may not be the first conversation we have. It may be further down where I understand, how they operate, what they're looking for, how I fit into it. And then now that I understand that I'm really interested, what does time look like? How does that fit? What about for you?
I think I operate more on a principle of like expectation management.
Yep.
And let's look at the outputs.
Yes.
So for me personally, I am not, I think people can probably tell from this podcast, I'm not an easy person to manage. And that's okay. I understand. I understand I come across as challenging. But so
I don't think challenging is the right word to describe.
I definitely have my isms and I bring them. And this is one of those things, right? Like I use my calendar defensively. I will put my holidays that I have already booked and paid for before I was employed by you because they're non-negotiable, right? I will put my child's bedtimes, especially as somebody who works across time zones.
Yeah.
Bedtimes and like meal times and family time.
Yep.
You can't have that. I don't care if it overlaps with when you start work. That is not your time to take from me. I put in things like when I drop my child at work, at school, when I pick her up. I might put in like nail appointments, hair appointments. Now, that's not necessarily publicly displayed. It's just out of office. It's a block in the calendar. I am out of office because I may work during a working day and you expect me to be there, but I can't do all of this stuff on my weekends.
Were you like that pre-COVID?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like that pre-COVID. Listen, I once negotiated a 4-day working week at a job on a 5-day salary because of the second point I was going to make, which is outputs.
Yes.
Right? So this is all about expectation management as well. If I am quietly quitting and I'm trying not to work and my presenteeism is the signal to my boss that I'm doing my job. I mean, I just quit. I just walk out. I'm not sitting in that job. That's for me personally.
Yeah.
But between me and my boss, there's like, what are we delivering? What are we working on? What needs to happen by when and how? And if all of those things are done, you can't ask for more from me,
Yeah.
It's actually not my dad's company. And I think that's a healthy perspective to take. Maybe some of us are working for like our dad's companies and it's all in, it's like generational wealth. I applaud you. But if it's not your dad's company, there's a boundary setting exercise that is healthy for all parties because then the day you leave, they realize they have to hire 3 people.
Yes.
Or you burn out so hard that you sue them and they didn't even know how much they were relying on you. Or maybe they didn't, whatever. Yeah. But that boundary setting gives everybody a place from which to have meaningful conversations about expectations and outcomes.
Yeah.
And I think that is what work-life management looks like. It's not balance.
Balance, no.
Because the 14 hours days do exist.
Yes.
The all-nighters exist. The work trips that require you to travel 15,000 kilometers around the world exist. And take that, like when you do those work trips, for example, do you recognize that like being in a meeting room with everybody all day, then getting the 10 minutes to yourself in your hotel room, then you got to do drinks, then you got to do dinner, then you got to do breakfast, then you're back in the meeting room. When's your personal time? No. Right? And that's okay. You're giving them all of that time on a trip. But then on a random Wednesday in like March, and that's the only day that your hair lady can dye your hair, I think it's okay to take a couple of hours back. Yeah. It's like there's a management of expectations there that I think is useful for people to keep in mind.
Yes. Okay. So to wrap it up, I think the biggest thing is understanding where you are in your life and what you need. And then setting that expectation clearly with your manager, leader, whoever it is, and ensuring that there's alignment there.
100%. And focus on outputs, not presenteeism.
Yes. I think that's the biggest thing for whatever you are asking for, making sure that you are tied to the value of your company, as we always say.
Yes.
And you are producing.
And I would say use your calendar defensively.
I was going to say that. I like that.
Put things that you can't afford to compromise on in your calendar early.
Yeah.
Because you really don't want to be negotiating after school pickup with your partner because you can't tell your boss, sorry, I can't jump in this meeting with 5 minutes notice. Your boss should have never expected you'd be available at that time because school pickup should have been in the calendar. Expectations set. And then every now and then when you work later or do an evening for your boss, they also understand when there's a last minute appointment or a last minute issue on your side that you have to dip out for. management.
Give take.
Yeah, it's a give take, and it's definitely a management. But go forth, people. Let's see. I know this is challenging advice in this our tech era, but it's advice that's meant to keep you employed and sane.
Yeah, protect yourself because burnout's real, as we've said many times over.
We've made this show for you, and we want to hear your stories. We have our combined 35 years experience in tech. We have an incredible bank of experts to call on. We are your safe space. So send us your tech challenges and we'll help you create some draft decisions through some real talk.
You've been listening to me, Mamuna and Oladipo.
And me, Oyelayo-Pearson.
Edited and produced by me, Michael Bussa, with theme music by 031 Mash.
Email us at help@lostintechpodcast.com or DM us at lostintechpod.